This is the 1972 Proctor Silex 4-slice toaster 20722, and it's a part. I just did a thorough cleanup on it. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just I'm making a video just to show the insides and all, but there's a reason why I have it apart though. I received a modern toaster for Christmas, mainly because that's the only disadvantage about having a vintage toaster is the slots are not wide enough to accommodate, say, my problem was I got these real thick Eggo waffles. They're new waffles, they won't fit in here. I was gonna buy a vintage early 70s avocado green Western Auto branded toaster oven, which would have been a perfect solution instead. Unfortunately, it was mint in the box too. Oh geez, mint in the box, you know, all that stuff. And it only went for $15, and I forgot the bid on it. Somebody else got it. So I'll do a demo of the other toaster later, but all I want to say is this: you know, it's only going to last 1 to 2 years. I think it has a 2-year warranty on it, so I think it's going to break right after the 2-year period, and I'll just get this 40-year-old beast back out again. But one of the problems I was starting to have was, since this has never been maintained, and even though it's mint, it did have use back in the day. You see how this slides on here? Well, it needed oiled. It was getting really hard to push down. It kept like, and then when it popped up, it wouldn't pop up all the way. It'd probably just release and stop right here. You had to help it back up. Now it just springs right up. I oiled that. And again, it was indeed used. The parts where the toast sits on were caked with some greasy, dried on crap that I could not get off for the life of me. My solution, I got my Dremel tool for wire brush attachment, and I took it to it, and I was able to get it all off, most of it off. But you know, on the settings, you know, speed, it goes 1 to 10. I had to have it on 8. I had to go that fast to get all this off. It would not come off no matter what I tried. You know, and I wasn't going to take the mechanism apart because, you know. So I got that clean. I blew it all out. I polished it up. And you know, let's take a look at some of the features of this thing. There's your electrical contact for when you push the toaster down to turn it on. So if I push it down, as you can see, it engages that and it closes it. Okay. I'll gently flip this over while on camera here. Just lay it down. And here's where the shade selector is at. This is like the coarse. This will be the fine adjustment, so you can adjust it, the shade up there. How does it work? Under the 1-slice part, there's what I'm going to assume is bimetal, and as the toaster heats up, it goes in, and it makes electrical contact as it comes in. It's very easy to move, so all I do is ever so slightly touch, which in turn, if you follow the wire, flip it back over, engages that solenoid right there, which in turn releases that right there, causing it to pop up. And it's on the middle setting, was dead on for this. It worked quite well. And it looks like all it is, see, I still have to clean it. There's like hardened bread chunks everywhere. But it was originally black, and it painted avocado green. The other thing I hate about modern toasters, the cords are so short on them, and they're not even actual heater cords either. I'll get into that later. But this is a long enough cord on it. So next step I'm going to do is clean everything up and reassemble. Here it is, all back together and polished to brand new. As you can see, there's my camera. It's like a mirror. So it's all cleaned up. I got all the original paperwork out. I got the box where after I give it one last run before I put it away, you know, so I just have this on the lightest setting. There's gonna be a little bit of smoke because I was cleaning in there. That's the reason why I want to turn it on, burn all, if I got any crap on it off. Because this, yeah, it's majorly clean now, including the insides. And except pushing this lever down now required minimal effort. Unlike before, yeah, I had a hard time, so this was a legit reason for taking this apart. So first time apart in 40 years isn't bad. And when people take care of their stuff, that's what happens. It lasts. I meant cosmetically. I mean, mechanically or whatever, electrically, it'll just keep running. I'm referring to keeping it like new. One other thing I was talking about was the power cord. It has a decent length, so I don't have to have it like, I mean, I can locate it over here. I know it, despite what newer stuff claims, it's a cost-cutting measure. Wal Mart grade. You know, and I'll demonstrate the new toaster I got. Ooh, flawless. Before that thing, it would have a hard time popping back up. It's flawless, so I can just let it cool off. This is the new toaster. It says Black & Decker, but it's not. It's some company that uses their name. Box tried to fancy it up. Made in People's Republic of China. It's not stainless steel, just cosmetic. It's cheap, like this. Just the plastic on these, then this is just loose. You know what this knob feels like? That GPX piece of junk stereo I got rid of. The sides are plastic, and it's a real cheap plastic. This toaster weighs next to nothing. Another cue for a fail. It's ETL listed at Initech, I think it's pronounced, or if that's what it is. I don't like it. It seems like all the cheaper stuff does not use UL listing. They use that ETL garbage. Even that's supposed to be close or equivalent to UL. But about this toaster, some things that you know are going to fail. See, it's not like I showed that one as being mechanical. Actually has a piece of like a bimetal strip in there or whatever that moves when it heats up. According, you know, whatever's in that one slice. You know how toasters always say, one slice. This doesn't have a one slice. There's nothing in here. It's timed. That's right, it's electronic. There's an actual circuit board in the back here. Okay? You know that's going to be the first thing to fail in this. There's also a circuit board up front too. That's why when I pushed it down it didn't latch. It works opposite of that toaster. I mean, yeah, you can pop it up manually. There's a cancel button. When you press the frozen button, it's timed. It just times it, and this dial does not do anything. Bagel, one side heats harder than the other to toast it, like the inside of a bagel, and just warm the outside. This 4 is equivalent to what the middle position should be. Again, it's timed, so if you put different types of toast and stuff in here, it's not going to be accurate. You have to learn and move the dial around, while this thing you set and forget. Pick a shade and it'll do it. the power cord is extremely short on it. It's not even a heater power cord, you know. And because I don't like to move appliances around, because I'm like a little OCD, I like to just plop it, and that over there I'd have to locate it to the left of an outlet, and then it'd be too close, and it's under the, and it's the cord is so short it'd still be under the cabinet. So I got this outlet right here. Get into this outlet I put in. They put this little island type thing in and left the original outlet below with a knockout, but it doesn't do me any good having an outlet in a cabinet, so I put a blank in there and moved it up the wall. Problem solved. It's a 20 amp circuit. So that's the modern thing. And like I said, I mean, I would never get rid of this thing. This thing will never die. It's not designed to break. This thing, you know how things are. A 2-year warranty means it'll last 2 years, and any time after 2 years, something's going to fail, and more than likely it's going to be electronics in it. When that time comes, it's not if, because we know it will happen, I will disassemble it and dissect it to see what happened to it. So yeah, for the time being, I will say it does work okay. It does do its job, but for how long? And it has returned to the box, along with everything else. And I even kept the box to the modern one. It's all, the box, oh, right there. There's the warranty. I was right, 2 years. But you ever notice how on stuff today, the packaging is better than the actual product? So yeah, it's back with the boxes.